then we'll open up for questions.
Y'all ready up there? Don, you ready? Okay. Well, I'd like to start off just by saying that our thoughts and prayers are with the people in our neighboring community of Midland, Odessa area. I was just informed actually a few minutes ago of the really a tragedy and the occurrence over there. And just want to pause. That's kind of real life. This is just a football game. Although I'm proud of our players, proud of our staff and our organization, it's still a game. And so hopefully everything will work out right and sense will be made of it at some point. But I just want, Midland, Odessa is a huge support of Texas Tech football and our university and athletic department as a whole. And so those people, they're part of us. And so want to know that our thoughts are with them at this time. So just talking about the game, good start, really good start to the game. I thought we came out ready to play on both sides of the ball. Hit a little bit of a lull there, maybe in about the middle of the third quarter. I'd like to have finished it off at that point, but I was proud of the way our guys responded. We got a lot of guys in. As the game went on in the second half, I thought a lot of guys stood out, and there were a lot of good plays. You look at, first of all, defensively, I thought Jordan Brooks was all over the place. But truth be told, you win games, and you win games consistently as a program with how you play up on the O-line and the D-line in the trenches. I'll always believe that, always have. You win in the front seven. Broderick Washington, Nick McCann, Eli, Jay Boog, Yance, and Banasor, all six of those guys I thought set the tone early, had some TFLs early, had a big stop on 3rd and short early, and I think that set the tone for our defense. Offensively, we ran the ball extremely well. Truth be told, we'd love to run the ball. That's what we want to be about. Allen, I thought, made some really good decisions tonight. He had control over the clock. He showed some calmness and a poise, and I'm proud of him for that. We caught the ball very well, but I thought our running backs ran hard, ran behind our pads. There's some things that we need to clean up, but overall, it's a good first start. Good crowd. Appreciate the support. Everybody coming out. We're going to need it next Saturday, 7 o'clock. But we will always do everything we can to make Jones Stadium the hardest place to play in the Big 12, and the continued support by them is appreciated by our staff and our program. So thank you so much to everybody that came out and supported us. So with that, we'll go ahead and open it up for any questions. Don, you want to start us?
Coach,
All right. You're a little late, Don.
you talked a lot about discipline with your team and pre-start and post-whistle penalties. Tonight or today, only 4 penalties by your team. The one was really kind of intentional and just kind of setting up the time.
Yeah, that one was on me. We held them probably a shade too late, truth be told. I didn't know we were going to stand over the ball that long. Maybe I'll learn that a little bit better later. That was me. We had the 2 back-to-back there in the red zone, kind of shot us in our foot on the left side of our O-line. But, that's 3 out of the 4 penalties. The big emphasis for us will always be pre-snap penalties, post-whistle penalties. Pre-snap really looks at coaches, administrative, players' discipline, and then post-whistle is 100% players' discipline. And so that'll always be a point of emphasis for us as a program every day in practice, and I was pleased with the way we started out.
And then how about your play on 3rd down by your defense? I mean, the defensive efficiency today was, 5 of 15, so getting off the field was really a key today for you guys.
Yeah, big part. We probably hit our goal there. Want to be at 70% for 3rd downs. Part of the success, I think, of that defense in terms of 3rd down is playing really good on 1st down. Had some TFLs early in the downs, and you end up getting in 3rd and long and make somebody a little bit more predictable.
Matt, you said a couple of weeks ago that y'all had more at the H position than you thought you might have back in the spring. Today you get a lot of production out of that position. What did you think of those guys play in particular, and is there any particular?
Rigged. I thought Rigdon came out strong really early. Mannix caught the ball strong, blocked his butt off. And then how about Lubbock's Xavier White? I've been telling y'all he's the surprise of camp, just in terms of surprise in terms of how fast he moved up. And I thought he had a really good debut here in his home city. So I'm proud of all three of those guys.
Coach, you elaborate on Reagan a little bit. He kind of got you guys going early, caught 4 balls within the first 6 plays.
Yeah, like I said, I thought he sort of started out really hot. Allen found him. He was open. He made the catch. He did his job. Then he made one really contested catch and, moved the chains. But really all three of those guys have been very consistent in training camp. They all deserve the right to play. They'll all continue to play in that rotation.
Obviously, offensively, the validation ultimately comes on the board or points. But is there any sort of validation you get when you see the defense physically gassed and exhausted on the other side, cramping up, forced to call timeouts?
What do you think? Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that we feed on. We want to play fast. We want to be physical up front. We want to continue to put the pedal down. And I think as soon as you can see your opponent tired and tapping his helmet and needing a break, I think it gives you a little bit more internal motivation as an offensive player.
And Xavier, mentally, to get past that fumble and then get in the end zone the next time, how much of that was just kind of an effort play versus, maybe ball security type of thing for him?
You talking about the first play or the touchdown?
Yeah, the first play and then his mental ability to get past
I'm proud of him. He made a mistake. It's very correctable. That's an easy correction. The only time you reach the ball out is on 4th down or the last play of the game. We'll learn from that. He'll learn from it. You know what? His teammates will learn from it. And unfortunately, that cost our team a little bit right there. But I was proud of him. We just talked to him about his body language, talked to him about his mindset when he came off the field, told him I was going to put him right back in the game. And you know what? I'm really, really proud of him because he could have sulked. He could have went in the tank. Probably a normal person does, but I was proud of Xavier, and he bounced back. He had a really good finish to the game.
You talked about your running attack, talk about the meshing
The
of how your running attack and the meshing of the offensive line in coordination with your 2 running backs of how they did things and got you the good running attack going today.
I apologize, sir. Is there a question? I didn't
I'm just
understand it.
talking about the meshing of how the offensive line coordinated with your running backs to set you up for a good running attack today.
Well, I was proud of the O-line. I mean, what did we rush for? 255, 40 carries, 255. Decently balanced, almost 700 yards total offense. The run sets our play action up. The ability for our O-line to roll off the ball. We played 6 guys consistently up there, actually maybe 7. Zach Adams played a couple series at right tackle. Weston and Madison kind of rotated a little bit at left guard, but Dawson went for a while, and Jack and Bruffy. Hats off to those guys, and I thought Travis Kuntz and Dante Thompson blocked well. You know, the addition of the tight end is well, addition to that in terms of what y'all are used to, but it's part of what we do, and I think it opens up more gaps, more run game opportunities, and Dante and Travis played well.
I think all 3 of your running backs got double-digit touches, combined rushing and receiving. Is that something that we're going to see going forward, and how do you kind of dole out those touches? Just a hot guy?
You know, we started off this game, all 3 of those guys on a fairly consistent rotation with Coach Smith and Coach Yost. That was the game plan going in, and then we were going to play the hot hand in the second half. But we're still going to roll all 3 of those guys. We totally believe, our program believes, that reps are cumulative throughout the week, throughout the season. To be able to keep those guys fresh and have a stable of 3 backs that's really solid is important to us because I think it keeps them fresher. But really, that was the plan going in. I do know we inverted it just a little bit in the second quarter. Armand kind of he got hot and started breaking some tackles, and I think started creating a little bit of momentum for us. And so we probably went to him a little bit more in the second quarter.
Coach, you kind of alluded to it with Armand, but how big was it for him to get that touchdown run, kind of just the response to them scoring, so you kind of still kept that momentum like you were speaking towards.
Yeah, I'm just glad he didn't get caught. Somebody said, kick it right out of the gate, and I'm like, whoa, yep, kick it, But I'm glad he didn't get caught. That gave us momentum because I think it was an answer. They scored and we answered right back. And good teams got to play off each other. There's going to be times where we struggle on offense that our defense has to really pick us up, or our kicking game does. And then there may be times that we're having trouble stopping somebody, and that we're going to have to match serve after serve, or touchdown after touchdown. And there's going to be times that maybe we're struggling a little bit, and our fans are going to have to pull us through till we get to halftime to make some adjustments. That's kind of that we, us, and our mentality. And so I think it absolutely answered their call.
And then last one from me, just in terms of the start that you had where Allen went 8 for 8, was that something you all practiced in terms of just all those plays? And I guess if you could just speak to the execution of that.
We practice completions, yeah.
Something in terms of you knew what you were going to kind of run, and you guys kind of ran it well in
Yeah.
terms of execution.
Fairly early in the game, Coach Yost has a good idea of what we're going to do and how you're setting it up. And I think Coach Yost does a great job of getting in a flow, getting a QB in a flow. And part of that is a feel of a game once you get in with some third down calls, but it's also how we game planned over the summer. This game plan's been in since probably the first week in June, and then we tweaked a few things and everything for about the last 10 days, but we kind of knew what we were going to do, and I'm proud of our coaches and our staff. They put a lot of time and effort into this thing, and to start off the right way, you only get one chance to make a first impression. We're very, very well aware of that, and so I was proud of both sides of the ball, the way we came out ready to play.
Speaking of first impressions, seems like, every year there's a team or teams that look bad in week one, it happened today in Tennessee. There were some other Power 5 teams that struggled today that maybe were not expected to. Did you have any anxiety this week or in the last 24, 48 hours just about how you would look the first time, and did this go about as well as you could have hoped for?
No, because we hit a lull in the middle of the third quarter. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty to coach from in this room. Monday morning at 6:30, and we'll go back to work. But I'm happy with our players. I'm happy with our staff. You asked me my mindset really the last 48 hours, Don. Honestly, truth be told, I didn't know what to expect. You're coaching a team for the first time under the lights and in front of fans. Were we going to look like we had in our closed scrimmages and in our practices? We were close to that. I'm proud of our guys. There's been a lot of change since December the 1st. A ton of change for those guys. I'm proud of the way they've reacted to it. New ways to get ready for a game on Friday. Saturday morning, I thought our guys handled everything right, really, the last 24 hours, and we got to continue to make good decisions. But we'll go right back at it. We celebrate all wins. We go right back at it Monday morning.
As far as some of your personnel, besides the guys that you have talked about, like ones that were going one, Terrence Steele, and the guys that were out today with the injuries, anything significant?
Significant?
Multi-week stuff.
Not to my knowledge right now.
And what was the Myron Royal situation?
He was suspended for this game, violation of team rules.
Just one day?
He was suspended for this game, violation of team rules. We'll see how it goes tomorrow.
Got time for about 2 more.
About in the lead up, kind of what your emotions would be going into this game and walking down to that field. I think it was a couple hours before you were just standing on the double T at the 50, just kind of taking it all in. What was going through your head there?
You were wondering what?
Well, I was just kind of, what was your mindset? You were kind of just taking it in, standing on the double T.
Stalking me out there? Jeez. I'm just messing with you, man. You try to take it all in, try to appreciate where you're at. It's a privilege to coach here. It's not my right. It's very humbling opportunity Kirby gave me and our staff. It's not about me, it's our staff, but you just always reflect. Everybody's got a why you do stuff. I think it's important for our players to understand that. It's important for our coaches to understand that, and it's just, I was probably just reflecting on all that. It's pretty much a game day deal for me, and you're trying to get in the right mindset, but just thankful very humble, very appreciative of everything that's been given to you.
Coach, how do you feel like the secondary performed?
A little up and down. Had a couple missed tackles. We had a couple busts underneath coverage in rerouting some receivers. Those are more second-level defenders, and it makes a third-level defender look bad. And so everybody probably thinks that the deep safety screwed it up, and it's really somebody underneath. So there'll be some things that we need to clean up there, but I think okay. I thought Doug missed a tackle, but before that I thought he tackled very well. DeMarcus, I thought before he went down, I thought he had a good game. Fry stood out a couple times, did a nice job on punt return. We got Jamarcus Ingram in there. I don't know if y'all noticed, but Jamarcus played corner when DeMarcus went out. He's practiced at safety since the minute he's been in here. It's the first time he lined up at corner was today. And so I thought he handled himself very well.
Is DeMarcus's injury expected to be serious?
I don't have any information yet. I don't think so.
Talk about your kicking game a little bit, kickoffs, field goal, punting, and what were you pleased with what you saw?
Yeah. I thought Trey kicked it off well. We don't cover a kick that we're supposed to in this program. We'll figure out real quick. I promise you. We didn't cover it good enough on terms of how you kick when the ball's kicked out of the end zone. How you cover. We are believers in this program. Internally, as a coaching staff, when your opponent looks at your video, the culture of your program is seen through your kickoff cover team and your field goal block team. And that's something that we preach. I don't like the way we covered a kick. Trey Wolf kicked, he saved them, kicked them all out, except I guess the one. But I thought Trey handled himself well. I missed first-time starter. You got a true freshman. Did you guys know we had a true freshman snapper in there today? Yeah, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Only because I was listening to the radio.
No, yeah. Good job, Level. All right, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. True freshman deep snapper, true freshman punter, and a redshirt freshman kicker. I thought they all handled themselves very, very well. So, proud of them.
Hey, how will you celebrate this? What's your routine? Is it a pizza? Is it a burger? Is it a how do you unwind?
Chuck, it's 7-Eleven. I got no clue right now. Jen's got all that figured out. I'm going to go back to the house with some family and kind of hang out with them and unwind a little bit. So whatever she's got on the counter, I hope she's got it figured out. So she usually does.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks, guys, girls.